guy's back. Let's go.
It's a great sign. Guys, stay close.
I am not anti-vax, anti-science, alt-right, or fringe extremist. My views are acceptable and all mandates. Right on. Do you mind if I interview you?
Who are you with?
I'm just independent.
Independent?
Yeah.
Live streaming?
No, not live streaming. I used to have a YouTube channel. I used to go to a lot of these protests and just like ask people questions. And fortunately, I had like a life, so I had to like move on for that. But I feel like this is something I would love to like put this stuff back. Is that cool?
Sure.
Sure. So why are you out here?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
So, it's a complicated answer for a complicated problem. I'm here really to show my support for the concept that I think the mandates need to be ended. I understand that in the beginning of this pandemic, there was a lot to be understood and fearful of. And I was one of those persons. But
I was too.
I feel what this is morphed into is no longer about a health concern. This has a lot of underpinning to control, and there's not a lot of stuff that if you do follow quote the science, is not making sense anymore at all. I understand governments need to do things to protect its citizens, and I'm not against that concept. I am, however, against the fact when government overreach becomes so unbearable that it forces a very quiet, mind yourself type of person like me to come out. I was in Ottawa last weekend as well to show my support for my fellow Canadians that I fear if this continues to go like this, it's just going to end badly. We need to stand up for change at this point.
Okay, so your sign says I'm not anti-vax, anti-science. Is this because you keep getting labeled as anti-vax, anti-science by
Exactly.
the media and by like just people who don't really understand or maybe not educated to realize that not everything is all black and white, but there are people who are also like vaccinated that are here protesting as well, and people who are not vaccinated, and is that why?
Yeah, as I started saying, I think it's a complicated discussion.
It is.
And I often see that, especially in the media, of course, but some personal experience as well, is that I'll be attacked very quickly, not understanding my position. That's part of the sign here today, is to tell people, let's dialogue about things. Let's talk. Let's understand each other's position.
Yeah.
Because this has been so politicized that I think for the most part, you're going to find a lot of people have a lot of common ideas and share the common thoughts about the world today. I'm a progressive individual.
Progressive.
But at the same time, I don't feel that it's fair that to be labeled that way without understanding my position at all. So yes, is the short answer there.
Wow, that's incredible. So apparently I'm hearing that there are also healthcare workers are counter-protesting here. I'm not sure where they are exactly, but what do you have to say to them? Because, the media is saying, you should feel safe. They try to give like that rhetoric to make them be like, oh my gosh, like maybe this protest is scary. We should not walk around that. That's why we got to counter-protest. I mean, I believe that's probably the idea, right? So what do you have to say to these healthcare workers? Do you feel like they can walk around here and they shouldn't feel like endangered?
I don't know where this is coming from, other than, it's probably a tactic to, demonize this movement, and we're seeing a lot of that in the media since the start of it all. I guess I would say to them, I would want to understand, what are they counter-protesting exactly? What are they against when I stand out here and I'm concerned about freedom? What is your concern with that? If you're concerned about your safety, I'm looking around, I'm seeing families, there's children all over the place. There's no one hateful here. There's bad apples in every crowd, of course.
Of course.
But you could say that about any movement that we've seen in the last number of years. So I would ask them, it's more of a question, what are you concerned about? Let's talk. Because as far as I see it, my experience was both here in Toronto today and more so, much more so, Ottawa last weekend. They have nothing to fear. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Well, thank you so much.